I'm recovering from a cold, but I'm getting better. So I hope my voice will be okay today. We'll kind of take it a little lighter with the voice. If it's too low, I'll talk a little louder. Today, was able to get a debris down there. There is debris down there. Kind of froze up for a minute. Not sure why. But there could be a little lagging here and there. They've been working on the Wi-Fi. But welcome, everybody. We're going to do an afternoon live and an evening one after dinner. That way I'll have a chance to charge my phone and rest a little bit. Yeah, still got a little bit of that going on. It's all loosening up and coming out. So it's from Saturday when I was out in the rain. Evidently, when you go out in the rain in the Philippines, it's more chance of getting sick than it is anything else. But we're going to do some positive things with this channel. And if my voice hangs in there, we'll go quite a while today. Love all you guys. Love people from Africa and Philippines and the United States and other countries, whoever's visiting. Seems to be, from the analytics I've seen, we're having quite a few different countries involved. And the United States getting involved more as long as I do some morning ones once in a while or evening ones. So it says nobody's in here, but there might be somebody lurking that's starting to look. Thank you for the like. Yep, we're going to be talking a little bit today about how I went about doing cookies for Africa. And we're also going to talk about, hi there, Ricky Riggs. So nice you can make it in. Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about a few things here in the Philippines that are kind of interesting. And anything you guys have in the comments. If you, back yesterday, our afternoon one was going a little wild. People just were putting all kinds of stuff in the comments. And, so we had a lot to talk about that way too. But right now, I guess the afternoon live was fantastic. People liked it. There were some people that rewatched it. Some of those lives just go smooth like that. I can't guarantee they'll be that good every time. We had 44 likes, which is way above what I normally get. Oh, that's fine. You just hang out, have it in the background. Definitely don't want to. I don't do any driving in Philippines. We may be going to town tomorrow or the next day, and we'll just go in an air-conditioned Jeepney. And it costs us like 23 pesos a piece. I don't drive here, but in America, I had to drive for 48 years. So, yeah, I drove a lot. Yes, I am from Michigan, USA. Welcome in, Sebastian. Welcome into the channel. We're going to be doing positive things with this channel. We're definitely going to be helping others. And at least 50% of the money. Now, we're not monetized yet. We're building the channel right now. But when it gets monetized and we actually start having money come in, we're going to put at least 50%, if not a little more, into a fund. And then we're going to start helping other people in Philippines, Africa, and maybe a little bit in the United States. I've had a couple people about that too. No, I'm not that old. I did not fight in World War II. I was born in 1961, so World War II was over with way back in 1945. So, yeah, but it's makes me really old. I guess I must be like my dad. Maybe I'm. My dad is 87. I'd have to be older than that to fight in World War II. Yeah, most of the World War II veterans that are alive are like 105 years old. I'm not that old. I realize I don't look young anymore, but that's funny. Welcome. I'm glad that you're Filipino. That's awesome. I love the Philippines. We've been here a little over 6 months. It's been great. Nope, I wasn't in Vietnam. Still too young for that too. But I do love my veterans that are in the United States or anybody that served here even in the Philippines, because there is military here too. But there's a lot of it in the United States. And I've always been honoring the veterans. I did not get to serve. Between my bad eyes And flat feet back in the 70s, they did not like flat feet. Now they've come to find out flat feet is healthy. But back then, they wanted to have people with arches in their feet. And so I did not get to serve. Oh, that's cool. It's a blessing that you came back. Yes, I did not get the Korean War. That's fine. I like all this. It's funny. Yes, I'm older, but I'm not that old. You know, if you fought in the Korean War, you're going to be about 90 or older. You're going to be pretty old. I'm not that old. And you can call me grandpa. That's fine. I don't get offended by any of that. That's kind of funny. We're here to do positive things. I've been to Africa. I've been to the Philippines. And I've raised money in America before. And now we have a way to raise money on this YouTube channel. And we're also going to raise money through cookies and some chocolate cake that I'm going to start doing when I get the oven. And that's going to happen by the end of the month, I think. So I can start doing something that way and then get a little bit of money going. But then when this YouTube channel monetizes partially and then gets up to the point where it monetizes fully, we're going to be able to help a lot of people. Even if you just had $700 to $1,000 coming in every month, that would be huge for over here. That money would go a long ways in feeding a lot of kids. And also we're going to have a program where we can try to make it so the parents and different things can get more money coming into their situation so that they don't always have to try to find a way to get the kids to be fed, that they can be more self-sufficient. Yes. What do you like to do? Well, nope, I was not here in 2010 in Manila. Yes, Lolo, that's good to remember. I think somebody told me that before. Hi, Braden. It's nice to have you in here. Oh, your grandpa was in the Vietnam War. Praise God. Thank you for his service. I really appreciate that you told me that. If he's still with you, be appreciative of what he did, because that war was not popular because they never went in there to win it. They went in there to just have a stalemate and killed, a lot of people died. So really sad, but I'm glad that he was able to come home from that and serve. That's things I like to do. I like to help other people. I like to walk out in nature. I like to see the ocean. I'm glad I live close enough to the ocean. And, like and subscribe, because we're going to do great things with this channel. When we get monetized in the future, which is 2 months, it could be quicker the way things are going. It's just flying these days. But whatever, like and subscribe, because we're going to help Filipino kids, Africa kids, and now there's a couple things I got to check into in America too. But I'll have to make sure on that. Yes, we're going to be believing God for some of this. It's been awesome. Hey there, Precious. Nice to have you in. Pamela, thank you for coming in. I don't know if you've been here before, but praise God. That's good. David Aswell is his name. Awesome. And you're David, so hey, I'm a David too. We can go by Dave, Davey, David, don't matter. Grandpa, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not going to moderate you out for that. It's okay. But I've been in the Philippines for 6 months, and I'm originally from Michigan, USA, and we're going to do good things with this channel. And I've got some Africa people that I'm getting with. I also talked to a lady in Uganda and try to do something with her in the future off of this channel. And I just talked to somebody that was at a pharmacy here, and she has their boss who does medical missions in Philippines. We may put a little money in that, but I'll have to research it and make sure that it's going to go, that more of it goes to the people instead of administration. We'll check into it and we'll see. Thank you for the likes. We're just off to a great start. We're not even 10 minutes in and we got 6 likes. If we go at that pace, an hour, we're going to have 60 likes, which will blow the record of 44. And if you have anything, questions or anything, put it in the comments. We're going to talk a little bit about Africa, especially the cookies that I made before we went to Africa and after. And also we're going to talk about a little bit with the Bible. I really, something that has been on my mind lately. And so we may be doing something with that too. I welcome everybody in. If you're new, you'll get used to it. I do lots of different things. We will do some singing in the future, but I'm just getting over a cold. and any kind of singing right now is going to make me cough. And not that you can get germs through the phone, so we're safe. But I have been kind of recovering from a cold here, so a little bit rough. I don't know if we're allowed to have advertising in the background. I did not realize that my Bass Pro hat is in the back of me. So if I raise my arm a certain way, I got a feeling it'll show up in there. If it's a problem, I'll move it. But yeah, I had to wear that because I'm getting my Africa hats, my big hats that I wear. They're getting through the laundry right now. So we got that going today. Let's see who we got in here. We've got Pamela. We've got Kamal Hamat. That's awesome. We've got Hernandez, Sophie Hernandez. Welcome in. We're going to do great things for this channel. We're going to do a lot of stuff, and we're going to be videotaping all of it. I'll get somebody that can do that. Once we get closer to the point where we can really start helping with money from this channel, we're going to keep building the channel. We want the channel to bring more money in. If it brings more money in, that's going to help more people. But we're going to do it in a coordinated way so that we can help people, and I can go out there and do it with other people. And I'm going to get a person that will do the videoing. Yeah. So it's going to happen. And there's going to be some things that will happen for Africa too, because as the channel gets bigger and bigger, I've heard that, some people, they're not even trying to help other people. They're just helping themselves, which is fine. You can do that on YouTube. And I heard some of them people are pulling in $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month. Now I'm believing God for that in the future, because we can do so much for everything. We can even, if we had that kind of money coming in, we could do amazing things. But I'll be happy with $500 a month to start with. But that's not here yet. We're trying to monetize. We're at about 255 or 256. That doesn't include the live today. I've had some lives where I've had 20 subscribers. I've had some where I've had 5 or 6. But the record right now is 21. But you know what? Subscribers are nice, but the lives really help with watch hours. And I've had a few of my friends start rewatching my lives. And I'm going to start rewatching my lives too. And that helps also. But we're going to be helping Africa. We're going to be helping Philippines quite a bit, especially locally here. I already have 2 opportunities here. And I'm going to check in. I'm going to check on Google first. And then I'm going to go down to where this children's home is, down in Iligan City. And I'm going to find out about it and see if it's something that we want to connect to. And if it is, somebody in the pharmacy has something they want me to connect to, so she's going to come and check out my channel. So see, I'm doing planning ahead. This is what you got to do. God can use you, but if you're just going to sit, in America, it happens because we work hard, and we work hard in other countries too. But when you really work hard and you're just going to sit and watch YouTube or watch, Netflix, and I love Netflix. I never thought I would like watching episode after episode. And I've been doing that lately, but not to hurt this channel. If I need to put a video on for this channel, I'll go out and take it. If I need to do something for this channel, I'll do it. It's been a little harder the last couple of days because I've been sick. And it is raining, so I can't go outside in the rain. Yeah. And it's awesome. Thank you, Pamela. I try to be amazing. And thank you for coming in. I am not perfect. If I make mistakes on different things, I can improve. But I have a good heart, and I want to help people. And we're going to talk about some things that God let me do, but it's because I did it. And of course, God was in it because it worked. If it had been something where I tried to sell cookies for Africa and I raised $10 in 2 months, well, then maybe my cookies aren't any good. You know what I mean? I had to tweak some stuff. There was some recipes that I had been using for many, many years that had to be tweaked to make the cookies better. And we made it so we were doing chocolate chip. Now here in Philippines, I'm going to be doing chocolate chunk. They don't really have chocolate chips here, but they have blocks of chocolate, and I can bust that up, and we can do chocolate chunk cookies. And then we're going to do snickerdoodle cookies, peanut butter cookies, and possibly I know I'm going to be doing homemade chocolate cake, bun style, that are really awesome. And here I could probably sell those for, I don't even know the peso structure I'm going to use yet, but we're working on it because I'm going to be doing that before this monetizes, even though this thing is blowing up. Thank you for the likes. We're up to 9. We got a ways to go, but you know what happened yesterday? About a half hour in, we just exploded with people and people checking it out. If you have questions about how we're going to help people or anything else, I'll tell you this. We're going to make sure that we stay transparent as much as we can. At least 50%, maybe even 60% will go towards feeding programs and maybe an orphanage, maybe things in Africa. And then over time, that percentage can get higher because we really start pulling money in and this channel is really taking off. I've been doing it 5 weeks, and last week we gained 60, 70 subs in a week. Matter of fact, more than that. And there was days where I didn't have any Wi-Fi. So, hey, welcome on in. Hi there, Grace. Nice to see you. So amazing. Angelo, fantastic. You're from the Philippines. Fantastic. Hi, Jack. Sorry it took me a while to answer back to you. I'm not trying to be rude. My glasses are a little bit rough. We're going to be getting my eyes checked here pretty soon. So sometimes I have to pick up the phone. I can see the comments, but I can't. It's not that they're blurry. It's just that the lettering is so small on the names that sometimes I have to pick the phone up because it's just a little too far away. And this ledge works really good in the spare bedroom. I can hold my phone out on the porch and do it, but you're going to hear the rain more out there. It's raining right now. Not enough to get the pavement wet yet, but it's trying to get heavier. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I am 64. I live with my wife, Mila, and her daughter, Hannah, and we're retired in the Philippines. And this is a way to make more money, not just for us to be comfortable, but for us to reach out and do things. And I'm going to get somebody. I think I have somebody that's like 8 or 9 years old, but if he's too young and his parents don't want to do it, he's a pretty big guy already. He's really growing a lot. I'm friends with him. If he's too young for that, I'll find somebody else. But we're going to go out on, when we get money, we're going to go and do different things. And we're going to videotape all this and put it on the channel so that you can see that we're out there feeding people and doing things. We're not going to just take all the money and travel to Thailand and go to Australia. And next thing you know, some of that money might go towards that, like 10, 20%. But most of the money is going to go towards helping real people with real problems. And that's kind of my heart, okay? I've been helping people for 15 years. It's nice to see Grace. I hope your farm is doing great, Grace. I really appreciate your friendship being in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to make Grace. Grace, I'm making you a moderator. It should be coming up in a minute. I'm going to get some more moderators in here. We don't really get bad people in here, but every once in a while you get a weird one. I had one yesterday that kept asking me about Donald Trump. So you get that stuff sometimes. And as my channel gets bigger, you're going to get some of that. But yes, let's see. Cody, is it something where you want to be mod and you're going to just look for the bad comments. Okay. I don't really know you, Cody. Make sure you connect to me. I'll make you moderator. Just don't, just that's good. Okay. I'll press on your name. We'll do it for you. Just do your best. We don't have to take many comments out. I'd say out of all the lives I've done, I've been doing it for over 3 weeks. I probably have done, 20 some lives, and I'm really getting comfortable with it now. These glasses are pretty cool. They do turn dark if it starts getting a lot of sunshine or something, because these are transition lenses. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. We're going to do great things with this channel. My wife don't understand it that much yet, but once the money starts coming in, she'll realize that, it's going to help her, but it's also going to help other people. Obviously, I can't put 100% towards helping others because I got to be able to travel. If I help Philippines, I can get around to do that. But if I'm helping like African kids, I can do it through my church website in Springfield. But I want to, in the future, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, I want to be able to go to Kenya and help kids right in the Nairobi slums like we did back in 2019. And I want to actually make them. I don't know why I'm amazing. People say that. Maybe it's because I just have a good attitude. I'm far from perfect. My wife gets mad at me sometimes. I'll forget to wash a dish or something like that. Just little things that organizationally wise I'm learning, but I'm kind of a spontaneous person. Yeah. You keep that money. You can't donate to me right now because I don't have PayPal or anything. Put that money aside, and when we get monetized, you give it. That's the thing. You can keep this money aside, and when we get monetized, you can give. So I don't really have anything set up to my bank accounts except through a couple other things. So, yeah, that's fine on that. But well, I don't know about moving in with me, but that's funny. Yeah, it's one of them things where sometimes people do need a fresh start, and I'll be praying for you on that. By the way, we do. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. We got quite a few people in here. The one thing, hi there, sir. Says, yeah, it's I don't know about that. Hi, Josh. Nice to see you. Thank you for dropping in. By the way, it's moving so fast right now that. Right now, getting over to the Philippines. Thank you, Bump. Just keep the money. You know that in the future, when we're monetized, you can give any way you want. I will make sure I put my email on the description of my site. If you want to connect with me, an email, and you want to send something ahead of time, you can do that. Right now, I'm not monetized, so there's no way you can send money to me right now without we talking privately on the side. But if you want to donate money, it probably isn't real. That's true because they can't donate right now. It's not monetized. But who knows? Let him say it. That is not a problem. If he wants to put that in the room, it's clean. It's fine. He's not hurting anything. Thank you for everybody's in here. Yes, start planning on giving because I promise you, we're not going to use the super chats to go out and eat fancy restaurants and everything else. Not very much of that money's going to go for that. We're going to go to help people, okay? And we're going to prove it, and we're going to go through it. Yeah. And hi, Kenzie. Tita Marie, awesome to have you here. And thank you, Cody. Right now, let him do it. If he keeps putting a ton of them in, then you can remove. But don't let him stick around. Maybe he'll come around and be a little back. I'm going to try to make a few more moderators because JD can't come in very often. Woodsman can't come in very often unless I do morning or very later at night. And so I'll get more moderators that can help me. And when it's going really fast, if I miss your comment, leave a comment in my videos and I will sub to you and I will message you back, okay? And it's not that I'm being mean to you. Sometimes I can't keep up with the comment. Sorry. I'm a little bit recovering from a cold. Let me get kind of nourished here a little bit. Okay. This is the deal. Okay. We're going to be talking about things that a lot of channels don't talk about. Now, there's a few channels, I ran into a few, that are trying to help others. So they are out there. But this is kind of our focus on this channel. And I've been able to help people before. So I know how to contact people. I've already gone to my church that I go to. And I've already volunteered to feed kids. So the next time we go feed kids, even though I won't be monetized yet on here, I'm going to go learn everything about feeding the kids. So that way, when we do have the money, we are going to make sure that we feed the kids way more often and in more places. So we're going to really go after it, okay? I'm not a member of the KKK. I love all people. I don't see skin color. Somebody called me a racist yesterday. Hey, you can call me anything you want. I'm not. I'm married to somebody that has a different skin color, and I've been to Africa. I've been to 4 continents, so I've seen all kinds of different human beings. Have you been to 4 continents? I highly doubt it. You're probably in your basement somewhere, so that'll be fine. Go to sleep. That's fine. Thank you, Sophie, for coming in. You can rewatch some of the live if you want. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I try to be a good man, and we're going to be nice to people. I had somebody yesterday asking me if I believe in, the gay and trans lifestyle. I said, if you want to live that lifestyle, you can. I'm not going to hate the person. We're supposed to hate the sin, not the person. So I love all people, but I don't want them pushing that on me because I'm not that way. But I will pray for them that they can have more God in their life and maybe start seeing what they're doing as something of moving and changing towards something else. Yes. Everybody subscribe. Cody, you've been very nice. Thank you so much. And thank you. I call you Precious. I know that you like to be called JD, but I call you Precious. Thank you for being in here. And I know that Grace kind of goes in and out because she's got her own life, plus she's got a farm to manage. So if she's doing a farm, I'm just thankful she can stop in for 5 minutes. The likes are doing fantastic. Let's make sure we're subscribing too. Because if I'm connected to you, I'll keep you posted on what's going on. Right now, we're just in the build the channel stage. We've gone from 10 subscribers to 255 as of this morning. So we've already gone over halfway to the first stage of monetization. We got a lot of watch hours to do. We're almost at 200 watch hours. We got a long way to go on that, 3,000. We'll get there. Lots of lives. I keep posting lots of shorts and long videos, and that will accumulate after a while, and it'll really start picking up our watch hours. Yes, from Russia. Fantastic. I don't think I've had anybody from Russia in this room. I have a friend, Zandy, who worked in Russia for like 15 years. So I do know somebody from Russia. But yeah, it's awesome. Yep, that's awesome. I'm glad. Thank you so much. Russia, I don't know what part of Russia you're in. It's probably pretty cold right now, especially the northern part of Russia. I don't know much about Moscow. I don't know if Moscow is in the southern part. I think it is. I've not been to Russia, so it's one of the places I haven't been. And if the government would like an American to visit, maybe I'll end up being able to visit there somewhere. I don't really know how friendly they are to people coming into their country. I hear so many things that may not be true. So you'll have to kind of connect to me and tell me a lot more about Russia. Cody's doing her job. Oh, love from Australia. By the way, Australia's on my list. We may even help people in Australia. I have no clue how much need there is in Australia. So if people can connect to me from Australia and give me an idea what's going on in the long future, let's say a year and a half from now, all of a sudden this channel is really doing even huge things, I can expand who I help. So the expansion can go farther and farther out away as we do this. Yep, it's Grandpa. Yep, I've seen you before. Thank you for coming in. Grandpa is not a problem for me. I like that. Unexpected behavior detected in current stream. Well, I don't know that. If there is anything on there, I don't know if I'm doing anything. I doubt if I'm doing anything wrong. So if there is something wrong, I'm not doing it. So I can't do anything about that. Some of the spot stuff is just somebody typing something out. We're going to talk a little bit about cookies, but first of all, we're going to talk about how God, I don't know how to put this, back in 2018, I knew in the summer, May of 2018, that I might be going to Africa. But God didn't tell me anything at the time how to do it. But over time, he started giving me idea. And he also gave me people who wanted to connect to me. So it's kind of like this YouTube channel way back in 2018 and 19. I wasn't doing YouTube then. I just started this in January of this year. Yes, I love mangoes. I love papaya. Yeah, it's just assistant, bro, system bot. Yeah, hey there, Uncle. Yeah, that's good. I like Uncle. Grandpa's fine too. Hey, Dakota, nice to have you in here. Hey, MTS Group. Gia, thank you for all coming in. We're going to talk a little bit about getting ready for Africa. And also, if you want to talk anything about God, if you have a subject matter, like somebody yesterday asked why I'm a Christian, and he was searching. He really didn't know what he wanted to do. So we did have a discussion about why I believe in God and all the miracles that I've seen in Africa and in Missouri and other places in the last 20 years. I've seen quite a bit of healing that God has done. And, if you're open to it and you have faith, healing can happen. But, it doesn't always seem to happen. That's, it's something we're going to find out when we go to heaven. We're going to find out exactly why that might be. It's not because God don't love you. He said in the Bible that we're going to live in a fallen world, and rain is going to fall on the just and the unjust. And so things in life can happen, even though God, maybe it's to make you stronger. Maybe it's just something else. I really feel sorry for people that have lost a baby or, a miscarriage or, a son died in their teens from a car accident or something. It's terrible, and I got very blessed to make it to this age. So if any of that stuff has happened to you, I'll pray comfort for your soul. I lost my brother a year ago. Sorry about that. And he died in a car accident, and he was 54. So, it happens to me too. I didn't get mad at God at it. Part of it was my brother being negligent on his driving, but part of it was he should have stayed home in a snowstorm. But, we make decisions, especially in Michigan. They're used to driving in it, so they just drive in the snow and do their thing. And he ended up costing him his life. Sorry about that. That should go away by tomorrow. I've been taking cough medicine and different things, and it's making it come up even more. Whereas yesterday I didn't have too much coughing on the thing. And we're going to look at the comments again. Thank you. Yep, Jesus is our leader. Yes, praise. Thank you, Cody, for that. Yes, I know Jesus is real, and I gave him some things, but he has to accept Jesus in his heart. But I gave him reasons why he should, and I don't know if he did, but we're going to keep him in prayer. And I had somebody yesterday that somebody got diagnosed stage 3 cancer, and so we said a prayer of healing over them. Dixon Mize or something like that his name was. So when we get something like that, and if for some reason I miss it in the comments, because sometimes the comments are going fast. Like and subscribe. Let's see the likes go up some more. I'm being distracted by a white rooster across the street that's flapping his wings all over the place. He's acting stupid. But that's okay. You get that in the Philippines. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. But you know what? Stage 3 is curable, and God can use doctors, but he can also just instantly heal it too. It's just a matter of what way is going to give God the most glory, because God wants the glory. He wants us to be happy about the healing. But, if we're going to go around going, the doctor healed me, and you don't even pay attention to Jesus or God, that's bad too. So, it's got to be kind of like a mixture of both. I try to be good. I'm definitely not perfect by any means. So my wife will remind me often. But she's more analytical. Oh, your dad is dying from drugs. Ken's, we'll say a prayer. That's terrible. We're going to have to pray for that. He's on the verge of death. We're going to be praying that God can save him from the death part right now, so that he can realize what he's doing to his body. This is really bad. It's so sad when somebody can't get off the drugs. I was very blessed to not get hooked to cigarettes. I did drink alcohol for 18 years, but I didn't drink it super heavy. But I quit alcohol 21 years ago. It really makes my mind more clear, makes it so that I can do things and not have that in my way. But some people just can't get out of it. And we're going to be praying that Jesus can touch him and that he can realize that, God can touch his body if he's willing to stop. So I'm going to be praying that he comes out of it and that he can turn his life around. I know right now that's a terrible thing. It's never fun. I'll definitely put him on the list. Yeah, he's done everything you could think of. Some of these drugs are so addictive, they change your mind. You got to remember, nicotine, heroin, and cocaine will actually change the brain waves in your head. And it makes it nearly impossible to get off this stuff because the brain keeps saying, I need it, I need it, I need it. Yeah, so it's one of them things. Love you too, Dilly. That's awesome. And I try to see the things. Yeah, so I don't know what that could just in the stream. I'm not doing anything wrong that I know of. So yeah, it's one of them things. We try to keep the behavior good in here. Yeah, it's one of them things. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. Hi, Cosbro. Well, I'll give you my tips, okay? I wasn't really an alcoholic, but I was close enough where when I went to Africa, anytime we ran into somebody that had alcohol problems, we got some salesman thing coming through here, so I'm going to have to talk over it. But when I stopped drinking alcohol 21 years ago, I craved it. I wanted alcohol, but I started listening to what maybe God and other people were telling me, and all of a sudden God started using me. When God started using me, I didn't need the alcohol. It's mostly about not having a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, drugs and alcohol, marijuana, all that stuff will creep into your life, because if you don't have a purpose and you're just going to work and you're coming home, you're eating, you're sleeping, and you're going back to work, and you don't do anything, like if you're not raising any kids or you're not doing something positive, then the other stuff just kind of creeps in. Thank you for everybody. Like and subscribe. We got 14 people. We've had 17 people sometimes in here. Down to 10. It just kind of goes back. But I was able to stop 20. It's been 21 years now. I actually stopped. Well, maybe it will be 21 years in about a week. I think it's sometime next week would be exactly 21 years that I stopped drinking alcohol. Yeah. Thank you for subscribing. Yes, warning, pattern deviation outside normal creator baseline live session. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I can't see what's going on with it. If they're going to shut me down, I don't know what that is. So I haven't done anything out here that's causing any problems. So I'm trying to make it so people have a better life, you know. Yeah, it's probably not real. It's probably AI. Or it's generated by somebody that's just sitting in their basement trying to throw stuff in. As I get more popular, I had many people yesterday say that was one of the best live streams I had yesterday. Well, I try to make every live stream different. So this one's kind of going in the direction of alcohol and the other stuff. But really, things that I seen in Africa was mostly due to them not having much money, but also there was nobody in the areas we were going that was really ministering about God in a way where the healing. And when God is actually can use people, then healing can happen, because if there's faith on the person that wants to get healed and faith on the other, God can work through people. And it doesn't have to be Jesus. Jesus even said that we're going to do way more than what he did. And he did so much in just 3.5, 4 years. And so we really are capable of doing quite a bit. And we want this channel to be for good, okay? And I promise you that. Let's see, we'll look in the comments here. I don't know what that is. Been sober for 6 years. Pray to God. Amen. 5 seconds. Okay. Well, yeah, I've been down that road. I remember one time, we won't go long on this, but had one of those bad hangovers. I said, I'm never going to do that again. And a week later, some party came up, and sure enough, I was back into it now. But I got away from that. And we're trying to do better. And there's going to be some of that. And yeah, it's right now, life is good. Philippines is pretty neat. I'm watching a guy right now. He's carrying a big old palm branch down the street. He's going to be using it for some kind of baskets or something else. Who knows? Like and subscribe. We're using this channel for good, and it's quite possible nobody wants me to do something for good. But a lot of people love it, and we're going to be different, and different is good. Sorry about that. Everything is coming up today. Okay, we're okay now. Just thank you for that. Have some patience with me. I did 2 lives yesterday when I was sick, and I'm doing one today. I'm going to do one tonight too, maybe, if I can just quit coughing. When I use my voice a lot. I will check out your music. Thank you, Risco. That'd be awesome. Thank you for sharing this. I'm 64 years old. Oh, hi. We got a new one in here. No, it just went away. Right now in Philippines, I don't know the exact time. I'd say it's about 1:45 in the afternoon because I started this around 10 after. So it may be 1:50 in the afternoon on Tuesday. And thank you for the likes and subscribes. Yeah, I'm 64 years old. Yeah, we're going to, Cody, you can get rid of that racist thing. I'm not a racist. So I have so many people on 4 continents that I've been around. If I was that, I would not be leaving my home because most people that are ignorant never travel. So that's part of the problem is that they don't get out and see other people. People are not skin color. People are the eyes, the heart, and their attitude. That is what's important. And reaching out and being caring and kind. The skin color does not mean anything. That's just God's creation. So we're not going to go negative in here. If you got something for politics or racist, I'm not going to answer it. That'll be the last time I answer any of that. I'm as farthest you can get away from a racist there is. I'm doing really well, recovering from a cold, and we're going to be helping people. And yeah, I won't let me get off track. I'll be okay. I just, that's maybe one comment I don't like seeing because they're just ignorant. They don't realize who I am. They don't know me, and they're just doing it for troll reasons. And we're going to get trolls, but I want people in here that really care about helping others, okay? And if you like that, connect with me, and we will make it happen, okay? We're going to make it happen. Yeah, that's fine. Don't look like him. Maybe I'm look as old as him now. Ed O'Neill, married to children and modern family. Yeah. Yep. I'm not going to talk about any of that. Anything politics, you can just go on your merry way. This is not a politic channel. This. Thank you for the 30 likes. This is about helping Filipino kids, Africa kids, some adults. We're going to be helping some people locally here. We're going to help people as this channel gets bigger and bigger, and it's been growing. And my lives have gotten more popular, and I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful, and I do my best to give information from comments and the other. And if I miss your comment, please don't be mad at me. I had somebody the other day. Why didn't you read my comment? It's because the comments are going so fast. If I get on a topic, I'm not going to see every single hi. Okay, so what you do is that you leave a comment in my videos. I'll go on my YouTube studio at least 3 times a day, and I will respond to those comments. So if I miss you in the live stream, please don't be mad with me. I don't understand why people like, oh, you didn't see me, you didn't say hi to me. Well, it's like, I'm going to give you an analogy, okay? I used to go to a church that had 4,000 people show up every Sunday morning. Can the pastor shake everybody's hand? No. Can the pastor say hi to everybody? No. Can some of the workers say hi to you? Yes. But then there's people that leave the church. Pastor didn't give me any time at all. Well, he's got 4,000 people every service. He can't give you the time unless you're on the board or something else. He's not going to be able to give you the time. So if we get more popular and the comments are going super fast, maybe with the newer glasses, I'll be able to keep up. But I've seen other channels like Ray's channel in the Philippines. He can't keep up. He's like 50 comments behind. People, because he's been around so long. We're going to be doing great things here. So if you're somebody that loves helping others, you can bypass that. And also, by the way, if you put hi every 2 or 3 minutes in here and stay in and listen to what I'm saying, I'll probably catch your hi sooner or later, and I'll say your name, okay? And I'm not catching everybody. So I say thank you to everybody in here. Lotsky, I'm glad you're in here. Fantastic. Darlene, fantastic. Caleb, Cody, we're doing great. The channel's growing. Like and subscribe. Right now, yesterday we had 44 likes. The day before we had 34 likes. So we've been building. We're already up to 30 some likes right now, and we're probably going to be on for at least another half hour. I don't normally go over 2 hours, but if people are still pouring in and we got 10, 12 people in here, I'm not going to shut the live off at 12 people. I'm not going to do it because they either have comments they want to leave or they want to hear something about. Right now, I'm going to talk about the cookies in Africa. We got a little sidetracked for a while about alcoholism, and that's an important thing because if we can give tips with me, I started helping people. And when I did just little things at first, didn't have much money, did little things, and it made me not want the alcohol anymore. But I'm wired different. Maybe it's going to take something different for you, okay? But try to think of a purpose in your life. And some of that frivolous stuff that we do just to forget about life will not be as important to you anymore. At least that's the way I think about it. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, we've had just kind of some weird comments in there, and that's fine. As long as they're not too weird, they can go on their merry way. We got a few people in here that are moderators. I made Cody one. I got Lotsky as one. Woodsman normally is not on when I'm doing my live, so I just kind of keep adding moderators as I can. But we're gonna be talking about how much on the cookies. I did probably 13 types of cookies over the 6.5, 7 years in America for Africa. Congrats, David. Almost a month now doing live, and it's all good. Yes, I'm getting better at it. Somebody said my live stream yesterday afternoon was amazing, and I had 44 likes. I had about 20 subscribers, and I don't even know how it was amazing. So I have watched half of it. I'm going to watch the other half later on. But every live stream is going to be different, and this one has kind of gone down. Why I had alcohol come out of my life. It's been almost 21 years I've not drank. I'm not saying that alcohol is bad, but if you can't keep it under control, it can be bad for your life. It just can be. It's just truth. If you can manage it and still have a productive life and help others, then help us. Help us build this channel. And I don't care if you're having an occasional drink. I'm not going to get mad about lifestyle stuff. I want us to help people, okay? I want us to help people, pray for them, do other things that way too. And so we're going to build this channel so that we can help people. And the subscriber part's going great. And we're going to work on the watch hours. Now that I have good internet, they just put a new internet Wi-Fi line in here. So it looks like my Wi-Fi is going to work really good for a while. So that means a lot of live streams. We're going to be doing a lot of different topics. Jesus saves. He died on the cross to pay for our sins. He was buried and he rose again the third day. We all sin. Yes, we are all sinners. Okay. There's only one perfect person in the world, and it was Jesus, and he died for us. And praise God. Thank you, Jesus. And by the way, don't mention basketball. I'm absolutely terrible at it. I love watching it. The kids wanted me to go down to the basketball court and shoot hoops. And oh my gosh, I think I only made 2 hoops out of 20. It was just really bad. I never realized that I'm just cannot play basketball. but I love watching other people play. Yeah, what we got? Jesus, with me, it's been little things that I've helped with. And of course, I got to help in Africa a lot. In Philippines, I've only been here 6 months. So I'm starting to volunteer for stuff to get involved with feeding kids here, okay? And somebody asked, why are you doing that way before you monetize? Because I want to know how it works. Sorry about this. When this goes away the next day or two, praise God, thank you, Jesus. And we need healing in Jesus' name. I won't go out in the rain ever again, at least not here. It seems like when you get out in the rain here, I care about Africa for this reason. There's a question that I need to answer. I care about Africa because I had the opportunity in 2018 to start preparing on going to Africa. We became connected to African churches and orphanage and school that was in the Nairobi slums. And this is a place where Americans, as far as people from a church, have never come. They say they're coming, or they may send a little money, but they never come. They never personally come and touch the kids or hold the kids or go there and actually see how bad the slums are. These kids have plastic bottles to play with. That's it. They're fighting goats over food. Goats will eat dirty food on the ground. Okay, they'll eat anything to get food. And you don't realize that some of these kids in the slums, they just need somebody to care, okay? So I started preparing to raise money for Africa so I could go to Africa in 2019. Now, somebody would say, why would you want to go there? Well, first of all, the opportunity came up. And second of all, God seemed to be nudging me, and he was making my cookies sell like mad. Evidently, after I tweaked my recipes and got it down, cookies were amazing. Filipinos in America were buying them. Everybody was buying them. So I got a feeling I'll be able to sell those cookies and make money in Philippines too. And we got an oven coming real soon. Yes. You'll be in Africa. I was in Africa in 2019. And Latsky, I really appreciate you being in here. I know you don't always get a chance to. You're running lives a lot. I normally only run for about an hour and a half. When being sick, it's been hard to go more than an hour and a half. But if people stay in here, and we have 6, 7, 8, 9 people, I'm not going to close the live down because there's somebody that may need prayer. There's somebody that may need, I'm getting better at the style that I want for this, okay? I want to help others. I want to pray for people. We got to pray for a bunch of people yesterday. And I also occasionally will do a little Bible study too. That's not going to be today. Maybe tonight. I might have a little Bible study to go tonight. Yeah, I'm going to keep pushing forward, keep going, and negative comments are not going to stop me. I hate to give you the bad news, trolls, or anybody that wants to put weird stuff in here. I'm going to go help people, okay? Whether you want to help or not. But if you want to put bad comments in, why don't you just switch around and think about helping me in the future when I get monetized, save money up on the side, and then you can give me that $100 and a red super chat, and I can put that to use in the future when YouTube starts paying, okay? And then that way, you're connected to whatever happens. If people get saved, you get part of that reward. If people are fed and happy, you get some of that reward. When I went to Africa, I got to see miracles. I got to see hundreds of people saved and all that. It's all on my record because it was part of us going to Africa. And God says right in the Bible that anybody connected to bringing people to me or helping people and helping the poor will be remembered and will pass through the fire and will end up being jewels instead of hay and straw. The stuff that burns up doesn't mean much. The things that we really want to do is help people, okay? And we can't always, I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect. If you want somebody perfect, you're not going to find that channel. I've got plenty of channels that love me. They'll promote my channel when they can, and I try to promote theirs. But you know what? None of us are going to be perfect. This is not going to be. Yep. Welcome, Shamrock. Nice to see you. Quickly stepping by. I know, yeah, you got to be sleeping. You got to be, well, no, I guess it's morning there. I got to figure out, I keep forgetting. Oh, you probably woke up early. Yeah, I keep forgetting what it is in the UK right now. I think he's like 7 hours behind me, or I don't know. Could be more. I don't know if it's 7 or 8. I keep losing track, especially Europe. I get Europe time zones all goofed up. So Sham may have to tell me what it is. I get that mixed up. I know the Middle East is 5 hours behind me. I know that Africa is about 5 to 6 hours behind me, depending on where in Africa they are. It just depends because there's a couple time zones. Africa's big. Oh, it's 8 hours difference. Okay, Shamrock, I'll remember that from now on. 8 hours difference. Okay, so right now we're at about 2 something in the afternoon. So you're 6 in the morning. Okay, I get it. Thank you for everybody that's in here. Like and subscribe. We're only 8 likes away from breaking the record. 44 is the record. It's not that we get much credit for the likes being a record, but it just means that we're moving the channel forward. And I've been taking cough medicine, and it's been making everything come up. Like and subscribe. Yeah, what do we got here? I don't think I need to know that. It's okay that you're crying. Life, you can cry, okay? I know that things happen in life that are not easy. And there is going to be some crying. I've had people that I love that have had to cry. And when the world says that you can't cry, that's garbage, okay? We're human. Sometimes we're going to cry. Now, we don't want to cry all the time, hopefully. Hopefully your life can be good enough where you don't have to cry all the time. But if something bad's going on in your life, we'll pray about it. We'll get it moving forward, and it's okay to cry. Let it out. You're better off letting stuff out than you are holding it in. I know because my first wife had bipolar depression, and she kept holding everything in. And so that's not healthy. It's just not good. Yeah. And yes, I hope I see in the channel and in the future I can travel. Right now I can't travel that much because my retirement money is okay for the basics here. But as far as traveling and other things, we're not going to be traveling all the time. So yes, I'm hoping that God opens doors where I can go to Africa. I definitely going to go to Kenya in the future. But I got to get somebody that can go with me. It's better if you go to Africa with 1 or 2 people around you. So I'm definitely going to get connections in Africa. I've already started to work on that. See, I'm working ahead of time. I've learned you can plan ahead. On this stuff. Okay. I'm not monetized yet, but we're getting really popular. Okay. People are coming in here from all over the world, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm really thankful for the people that have been kind of to promote my channel. I'm happy for Lotsky. I'm happy for Shamrock. I'm happy for Zandy, JD Dangs. There's so many different people that have been supporting me. And we're going to keep the message the same. We're going to be helping others, okay? And we're going to do videotape of it. We're going to prove what we're doing. But that's not right now. We got to build the channel. And in YouTube land, it takes a little while to get your watch hours and everything up and do everything. So, and then YouTube will recognize you, and then money starts coming in. And when we can start monetizing, I'll be asking people for money. But I'm not going to be asking in a bad way. If they have a heart to give and you can afford it, then give something. Even if it's $2, $5, you can give any kind of super chat. But right now we're not monetized, so just put the money aside. Like I've got a little envelope that I got to put some money in for a local kid here. I'm going to put the money in there, and over a week or whatever money's in there, I'm going to give it to them. So you can put money aside before we get this going, okay? So if there's something where you have a heart for wanting to help, you can save money up over time. And 2-3 months from now, when I'm monetized or partially monetized at least, or maybe even fully monetized, then you can give, and you're going to feel great about that. And then I'll tell you how that money's being used. And it'll take 2 or 3 months after the giving starts for us to build a fund up, and then we're going to go after it. Because I ain't going to wait 5 months after it's monetized. Oh, no, we're going to start helping kids really quickly. And we're going to be taking videos, and we're going to be doing stuff, and you're going to see what's happening. And I won't be taking the videos. We'll have a tripod. We may use this phone, may use something else, don't know yet. But if we're using this phone, it'll be on a tripod, and it'll have somebody else taking it while I'm out there actively doing it with other people. So I want to be involved with the feeding instead of taking the video. Now, I may talk into the camera occasionally if I have a break or something, but a lot of this is going to be, you're going to see me actively doing something on a video, and then I will be posting it to my channel, or we'll be live streaming. Right now, the way I got it set up with my American plan, I have to be near the Wi-Fi. I can't really go too far down the street either way on my lives right now. But as the money comes in, I can change how I do that. I can get a Filipino phone and do some stuff that way. So we'll make it happen. Yes. I don't know how long it's going to take, Latsky. All I know is that the subs is not going to be a problem. Oh my gosh. I had to have gained, I don't know. And even when I didn't have any internet for like 7 days, I really had very little Wi-Fi, other than just a few lives here or there. Oh yeah, I know what our target audience is going to be. People that have a heart to give, to help others that are less fortunate, okay? And we're going to try to do more than just feeding. We're going to try to give some education on how these people can maybe improve their lives so that they don't always have to reach out for food all the time. That's especially true in Africa and certain parts of Philippines. In America, yes, there is some need in America too, but some of that is due to things that they could do to make life better, just money management, time management, things like that. But in Africa, sometimes there just isn't anything they can do more, especially if there's a drought or some other things that really seem to hurt people a lot in Africa and sometimes in Philippines. Philippines is richer than Africa as far as financially. There's people here that are scratching by when it comes to food, but they always seem to find food here. Whereas Africa, there's been some pastors that have died of starvation. They were trying to give the food to their congregation and not eating and thought they could go on a fast for too long. Next thing you know, they died. And you don't see that much in Philippines. Maybe in certain slum areas, but mostly in Philippines, they find food. Filipinos are very good about finding food. They love it and they want to eat it. So it's really good that way. Yeah. Yeah. Hi there, Shamrock. Hey, it's awesome. A lot. Nice to see King in here. Absolutely awesome, King. And we've been talking about all kinds of stuff. I mean, there was a little bit of alcoholism earlier. We've had a couple people that are having issues with drugs. And we also talked about some Africa things as far as me getting ready to go to Africa back in 2019. And we've been talking about helping others because some people are saying, well, why can't I give now? Because we're not ready. Okay. That's why I'm doing the planning and everything. And then when we get monetized, we can go help. If somebody is really desperate to give $1,000 for real, and they really do want to give the $1,000 now, then I will contact with them and I'll find out if they're real. And if it's real, then sure, I'll take the $1,000 now, because what I would do, if I can get that money and it actually shows up to my bank account, then I could go help probably 4 feedings. We probably could go feed 4 or 5 times in the next month. We could go out and do feeding programs for 5 of them this next month. But I'd rather, get all the plans together and then go do that once we get monetized. It's just more organized that way. Yeah, there's some people that just, I don't know what they're doing. You're going to get some weird stuff. Shamrock, I'm going to make you a moderator. I thought I already did, but it doesn't show it. So I'm going to. Shamrock, I'm making you a moderator. You can't always come in, but the more people I have moderators, some of this weird stuff that shows up, people can a few more people have the power to get rid of those. We're going to get that now. I'm becoming popular. Yesterday afternoon's one, I was so sick that I could barely sit here. And somehow people said that was the best one I ever had. So maybe being sick is kind of nice, but it's not really nice for my sleeping. But I'm going to be better. I'm working on it. Between medicine and water and everything else, we're working on it. I got to get my comments caught up here. Yes, Pat, I didn't know that you weren't moderator in here. I will get you. Sorry about that, Pat. I know you've been in here before, and I thought I put moderator on you, and I didn't. I got you now. I'm not going to make everybody a moderator like some do. I know some want to get everybody as a moderator because that way they can all sub each other. But some rooms have had where they they made somebody a moderator that was a troll. Next thing you know, they're deleting all the comments. And I don't want somebody like that. I want people that are going to care about helping others, and they're not going to delete good comments. And in some rooms, that's been a problem because they're giving moderator to everybody, and they don't even know these people. And so if you want to be a moderator, I did it with Cody today without knowing who he was, and he did great. So I like to trust people. So I will do it off and on, and that's a beautiful thing. Yes. Yeah, you're going to cook? Wait, I'm behind here. Yeah, I've seen mods that way, where they all of a sudden think they're the king of the roost, and so they just start getting rid of people. And the problem is it makes those people mad. Then they unsub you, and then all of a sudden other unsubs, and it just makes your subs go down instead of up. So yeah, you got to be careful not to give everybody the moderator. But I'm pretty trusting, especially if you come in here more than 2 or 3 times. Like King is not a moderator, so if King wants to be a moderator, I can make King a moderator because he's in here a lot. Otherwise, I love it. We're going to get back on the topic here. I got a little off. Oh, our likes have gone past 44. We've set a new record. 45 is the new record. And the only reason why I keep track of the likes is because it means there's some traffic coming through here. That means people are listening, even if they're not commenting. And with the cookies, I think I showed it yesterday. I don't have it on me, but I can go get it. But I'll do it next live stream. I have a business card that says Cookies for Africa. Well, it's going to be Cookies for Philippines right now here. But this channel is going to be for Africa and Philippines and any other place that it may spread to. Because imagine if this channel keeps growing like it's growing and everything keeps multiplying, and I have so many shorts and so many videos and so many things, and I've had people give me tips about longer videos and people that can replay stuff and have lots of lives so people can replay lives and everything else. This channel could be huge. I mean, I've seen people, they've been working their channel for many, many years, and they finally are celebrating 10,000 subs. Well, we can go way beyond that. God could do anything. But right now, we're just building it. We're at 200 and maybe 60, 65. I don't know where we're at right now. I know it's in the 250s when I started this live. And we're just going to keep talking about helping people. We're going to also pray for some people. And I'm not going to do a lot of Bible study, but there will be some, especially if God's talking to me about something. We'll mention it and we'll go through. If you're crying, that's okay. Crying's okay. If there's somebody we can pray for, you put that in there. I know that you mentioned some stuff. I don't know about this Gertrude one. I can't understand what they're saying. Yeah, there's a troll in there somewhere. But that's okay. You're going to get that. Now that I've got more popular, certain things I've noticed more trolls coming in. If you got anything positive to put in here, we're not going to get rid of it, okay? I'm not going to let my moderators get rid of positive stuff. But if you're going to put in something weird and it doesn't have anything to do with helping others, it has nothing to do with God. Now, if you're asking a question about Christianity, I will answer it. If you're answering, I had somebody say that Muslim was the only way, Muslim world, whatever. I had to ignore that because I don't want to get into that argument because we can argue that all day long. I know that the Jesus that changed my life is real, okay? But you get into one of those arguments, it's a no-win situation because they think the Quran's right and the other thinks the other. So we just have to move on. Yes, that's just a political type thing. We just can't get into it. Yeah, I agree. And, I don't, I want to talk about what we're going to do in the future. Let's say you have a job. My last job was at Vital Farms egg facility, okay, in Springfield, Missouri. I worked there from August of 21 until middle of October, late October 23. And I set all kinds of records on cleaning material, at getting it ready for being shipped out, to ship the eggs, ship the material out so the eggs could come back to the facility from the farms. And it's all plastic, molded plastic type stuff. And it has to go through a machine to sterilize it and get all the, the chicken feathers, chicken blood, anything else, yolk, whatever is on there, all has to come off, because some eggs break and some eggs, are going to leave a mess. And by the way, I hate to give you the bad news. There's some people in America that don't know exactly where the chicken egg comes out at. It comes out their butt, okay? So it's covered in poop, okay? The outside of the shell, when it comes into ours, they partially wash it at the farm, but there's still chicken poop on the shells. And that's going to get washed off when it goes through the computerized machines. But people think that eggs are just somehow clean when they're laid. No, it's not really the case. Sometimes they don't have much on them, but you'd be surprised. I learned a lot about eggs. We'll get off of that. Now, see, but one thing about that is I like to plan ahead, okay? And that's just the way it has to be. Like and subscribe. We're going to try to help others. I had a lady at the pharmacy. She's selling me vitamins. And she says, oh, my gosh, my boss is part of a medical mission right here in the Philippines. As your channel gets bigger, you could give money to that. I said, well, yes, if I check into it and see that they're doing real help for like cleft lip or all the different things that could happen in the Philippines where people can't afford it, I would love to give a portion of the money to that. So in the future, that could happen. See, but if you don't say, if I didn't tell her my channel and tell her what I'm doing, she would never have even thought of saying that. But because I told her about my channel and not being quiet about it, things are spreading, okay? We're building. Yeah, we're building. Yeah, thank you, Josh. That's awesome. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. We're really going good. I'm not coughing right now, praise God. Welcome, Manny. Yes, Josh Walden. I see you. Thank you. I think it's awesome that you're in here. And, I see most of the comments. If I miss one, please don't be mad with me. There's some people that have been mad at me for missing comments. I try not to. Hey, hi, Gab. Fantastic. Somebody new. I don't know if it's Japan or China, but praise God. Come on in. Yeah, it's awesome. And Doors. Yep, I don't mind Grandpa. Grandpa's fine. Hi, Rachel. Nice to see you in here. We're going to help people. Like and subscribe, because this channel is going to be about helping others. And it's also going to be about all the different videos that you're going to see of kids getting fed. We're going to be doing some other things that are coming up. We may be connected to some stuff in Africa too. That's probably going to be a little ways out, but it's going to start happening probably within the first 4 or 5 months that we're monetized. So depends on how much money's coming in every month. But right now we're just building the channel. And so we're getting people to know about us. And I was very, very nervous about doing lives 3.5 weeks ago. I went back and looked, and I deleted the 2-minute one. Believe it or not, I went on back about 4 weeks ago and did a 2.5-minute live and got so nervous that I shut it off. And so I had to do another one. And I did one for like a half hour or maybe an hour. And I got a little bit better. And then I kept doing it. And now I've been doing it, now that the Wi-Fi is working good, we're doing it twice a day. And now I'm starting to get comfortable, and we're starting to roll, and we're starting to get going. Look, we're almost to 50 likes. Like and subscribe. This channel is going to be used for people in Africa, Philippines, maybe America. And as it expands, we could do Australia. We could do wherever the help is needed. We'll give some if it's a legitimate place. Now, we're going to try to keep the scamming thing to a minimum, because if we're sending out money and it's going to no good, that's not going to help anybody. So we're going to have to be very careful about certain things in certain countries. And we got to be careful in Africa too. Thankfully, I have some connections in Africa, and our church back in Springfield, Missouri, you can check out their website. It's eaglezone.org. Very small church, maybe 100. I mean, there's 200 or 300 members, but we have 80 churches in Africa. So 80, 90, it might be even 100 now. So we're doing things in Africa and helping orphans in Africa. We're helping schools in Africa, buying books, things of that nature. Welcome. Oh my God, we're up to 52 likes. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. We got 9 people in here at least. YouTube's not always accurate about that. Could be some people just listening in the background. That's good too. Comments wise, sorry, I'm sick, so I'm not always picking up on all the comments. Hey there, Ricky Ricks. You just made it to work. 5 minutes to clock in. Okay, I hope your work's not too hard, Ricky Ricks. Hang in there. You can rewatch, or if you want to comment to me about a question you have, I will comment back to you. And that way you're not missing too much when you're working, okay? We'll try to make it nice for you. Yes, I can't wait until that extra kind of money comes in. When it's really real, can you imagine what we could do with $600? Here in Philippines, $600 is about 34,000 pesos, something like that. It's a lot of money. We could probably feed 600 kids with $600, maybe more. I don't know. So it's about 80 cents to $1 per kid to feed them. But it may be a little lower depending on what kind of donations we get. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't believe in God. Well, that's okay. But do you believe in being nice to other people, Josh? No, it's okay, Josh. I'm not going to judge you for that, okay? It's God's job, not mine. If you want to help other people, be in with us. And then you will see how this all goes, okay? I'm living in Philippines, but I'm not from Philippines. But I'm connected to Philippines. I'm living here, retired. I'm originally from the United States. As you can see from my face, I'm either Europe or United States. And so I'm definitely from Michigan, United States. And my mom, back when I was probably 10, 11 years old, I don't know exactly what age I was, but she said I was going to travel the world. Well, guess what? Even though I'm not a rich person in America, I got to travel the world. So, and we got places we want to go, and I want to help people. And we got 52 likes. Let's keep going. We're just really flying right now. And like and subscribe because we want to help other people. What's your favorite verse of the Bible? Well, I have a lot. I really like some of the stuff when it's talking about miracles and about healing because I've seen so much in my life. But also, I just like it. I know that this is something everybody uses, but if you read both verses, John 3:16, 17 gives the whole picture of Jesus being sacrificed for us. And it really kind of, if you really look it over, Corinthians is a very awesome book. I think my favorite book is John, but I also love Psalms. And in the Old Testament, Genesis and Psalms. And in the New Testament, I like the Gospels. And then I like, believe it or not, even though it's kind of a little bit deep in spots, Romans and Ephesians are really awesome. So Corinthians is great for love, especially First Corinthians. Talks about love, what it really is, and not what the world thinks it is. Yes, some of the Old Testament is really hard to read. Some of it's very intense. Ezekiel is very intense. You have to really, it's almost like Revelation. It's really, really intense. But they're finding evidence that all this is true. So, as they're digging up things in all those ancient countries, Israel included, it's coming to be true. Ladyboys are a big deal. I've seen a couple here. I've seen a couple when I was in Iligan City. It seems to be more prevalent in the big cities like Davao and all them. So, but that's not anything to do with this channel. If somebody that's a ladyboy wants to give to help others, they can give. We're not going to stop anybody from giving. As long as you're a human being and you want to help people, you can give. If you don't believe in God and you want to give to helping others, you can give. We ain't going to judge nobody, okay? We pray for people if you need to be prayed for. And we're going to end up making this so people can give no matter what. And if you're worried about giving and you think that you won't have money, start saving now. Just if you're in the Philippines, start putting 50 pesos away once in a while and see how much that adds up to in 2 or 3 months. Next thing you know, you didn't miss that money, and that money can go to help others, okay? Same with America. If you got $5 and you're going to go to Starbucks for, well, maybe $8 now, 10. If you're going to go to Starbucks or some coffee place, get a lower cost coffee and start saving some of that money. And then you can help others. You say, well, my budget's tight. Well, I found money to go to Africa. I had to raise some of it, but I found it. You can find it. It can happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm Ed. I'll try to teach you some English. Don't worry about it. I'm see. You heard that he died. Okay, well, I don't know if you're talking about a dad or whatever. We'll be praying for that. I will pray for your uncle, John Pork. I don't know about that. Is that really his name? Oh, he has cancer? Okay. John Pork. Is that really his last name? That's okay. Hi. Yeah. Hi there, Ethan. Nice to have you in here. That's the young man that I was talking about earlier. That might be somebody that will help me in the future. If he doesn't have school or he's on a break, he may be able to help me with some videotaping when we go out to help others. I have to talk to his parents about that, whether he's old enough to do that. But it's going to be good training for him to see other people getting help at his age. So that's going to be awesome. I'll see if that's something he's doing. I'll be praying. Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know UFC fighters. I really don't, or whatever. I don't know any of that stuff. But, I pray that you have comfort, and I lost a brother a year ago. I lost my mom 4 or 5 years ago. My dad's still alive. I haven't had a lot of loss in my life the last 15 years, really, other than my brother and my mom. A lot of the people I know are still here. I had a friend here in Springfield, Missouri, die back in 2014. That was kind of hurtful to me because it was a friend of mine. But I haven't experienced a ton of loss except back when I was younger. So I'm thankful that way. But we'll be praying for you. We'll pray for comfort. Think of good memories. Everybody processes grief differently. But for me, I process it. I cry really good, maybe that first week. Not every day, but, whenever it pops in. And then I'll think of the good memories. And that's what I do. Because otherwise I can't move forward. How am I going to move forward? My sister wants to hang on to stuff for 5 or 10 years on this, and it keeps her from doing things that she could do. You've got to find a way to let some of that go. Yes. Thank you, Ethan. I know you're off school this week, so that's awesome. You could stop in more often. I'm not going to get into political stuff. We had somebody ask about ICE a couple days ago. We're not going there. Whatever your views is on it, you're not the president. You're not going to change any of the policies. You can go around all you want. You'll never get anywhere with it. We're going to try to help people on this channel. We don't do political stuff, so we're not going to do that. Yes, let's see if I remember you, Sir Shay. I think I do. Thank you for coming back in. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody grieves differently. I'm not saying you can't grieve for 5 years. It's fine. I'm just saying you how I do it, and I just do it differently because I got so much going on in my life. Yes, I remember you, sir. So thank you for coming in. And don't worry, if I miss your comment, leave a comment in my videos. I've got 160 videos, more than that even, between shorts and long videos and live streams. I've got 160 some videos. Leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Within that day, I will leave you a comment back. So you're going to get some acknowledgement if you just do that. You can say, do you remember me 10 times. Once I say it, that's it. Thank you. Likes and subscribes. We're up to 57. And yeah, it's awesome. And life is good. Is saying no, I don't listen to that. I've heard of it before. I don't listen to it. Yeah, you don't have school all week, I don't think. At least that's what the kids are telling me. They're off the whole week. At least Rose says her kid is off the whole week. Yeah, we're going to be doing great things with this channel. Thank you for everybody today. Oh my gosh, I've been sick a little bit. I'm trying to do my best. If it isn't the best performance, it's okay, because we're here to help other people. And if you've got money that you want to give to help other people, put it aside. Start saving it. Because when we get monetized, I'll be asking. Yeah, I won't be asking hard because I'm going to make sure that people have money to give. I'm not going to force people to give. There's some channels that'll like make you feel really guilty if you don't give. I just want money to help others, okay? And if you can't give it, that's fine. Pray for us. Be happy when something happens, when we go out and help somebody, and you'll like the video and you'll share the video because we're helping somebody. Just doing that is helpful. So you don't have to give money if you don't have it. That's fine. But if you're supporting our channel, then it's building the channel and we're making more money anyway. So it's helpful. There's ways to help, but if you have the money and you know that you're going to be able to save some up when we monetize, be ready. Start giving. And we'll use it and we'll prove where it's going. I promise you that. Yes, the channel's growing, and I'm very thankful for Pat. He's been very nice. He's kind of starting to get in my top 10 of people that really are supporting my channel. And there's other people that we'll get farther up to. Yeah, don't we wish? Oh, yeah, if them commas were only in the right spots. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? What could we do with $5 billion? Man, it would be nice if Bill Gates or one of the big billionaires, which there's like hundreds and hundreds of them, would actually give up some of their cash for something productive instead of giving it to all kinds of weird stuff. God's stuff is always a little bit more rewarding. Yes, you can help people without knowing God. But a lot of times that money gets stolen or corruption takes part of it. Percentages of that money just disappears. You remember back when President Bill Clinton and George Bush got together and raised money for Haiti. And they raised a lot of money back then. This is like 20 some years ago. It was like 25 years ago. They raised like $6 billion, which back then is like 25 billion now, okay? And all that money disappeared. They built one house and they helped maybe 10 people. All that money went into somebody's pocket and it all ended up in somebody's bank account, and Haiti got none of it, okay? We're not doing that. We're going to help people, and I'm making sure the money is going to go somewhere. If we get scammed, it's not without me trying to keep from being scammed. So we're not going to try to have that. We're going to try to keep it where this money really goes somewhere positive, okay? And I'm not 100% perfect, so I could make a mistake. But the more people around me, that's going to help me not make that mistake, okay? I got to have more water a minute. Hang on a second, you guys. We got 6 in here. Come on back in. I'm just trying to cough a little bit. We're up 58 likes. That's 14 more than we've ever had. Remember to subscribe, too. If you want to connect to me, I'll answer your comments. Don't worry. Even if I don't answer them here, I am very good about answering back on comments. And if you have a question, I will answer back a longer comment to you. So I'm pretty good at that. So, yeah, it's awesome here. Hi, Lisa. Yes, I'm fine. I got a little bit of a cold. Ethan is in the local neighborhood here, so he knows that I have not really been able. I went outside to drop off laundry this morning and seen some people, but I'm still coughing a little bit, and we're just taking medicine. I'm due to take some after this live stream's over with, and then I'll just relax for a while, and then I will have a live stream this evening after I have dinner, maybe 7-ish, which would be really good for America, because in America on the East Coast, it'll be 6 in the morning. And so people in America are starting to wake up. And so I may get some Americans really popping in at that time. But I don't need to have Americans. It could be Africa. It could be Russia, anywhere. I love it. Yeah, in the future, I sure hope you can give. Right now, I'm not monetized. So unless you have some way to get a hold of me, I have ways for you to get a hold of me. If you're somebody real, and I can prove you're somebody real, we can get together on something in the future. But right now, we're not monetized on this channel. So a lot of the stuff that gets put in here about giving is probably not real, because you can't give to me right now. Only if I give some personal information. I'm not going to give that to just anybody. YouTube don't want me giving personal information. That's why they take a whole month to monetize you, is because they're checking your bank account stuff. They're checking everything to make sure the money is actually going somewhere at least somewhat positive. They can't prove it, but they're going to do background and double check and make sure that something isn't fishy. So I've heard from people that it takes up to a month to monetize once you hit those standards. So yeah, and I right now it's going to go to help others, okay? And I'm going to be hooking it to my bank account in America, and then we can take that out through ATMs over here. And so I know approximately how much 10,000 pesos is in American money. It varies a little bit, but it's pretty safe. And so we're gonna tell you about it. I'll give you an example. Let's say we're gonna feed 200 kids over in Peru 14. That's only like 2 districts over. Let's say we're going to Peru 14, and I don't know exactly what the name of that barangay is, but we're gonna feed 200 kids, and we need about 10 to 12,000 pesos, so about $200 American. We need to get the spaghetti. Well, they do Filipino spaghetti with the sauce. Then we do rice, and then we eat some kind of meat. Now, last time it was chicken drumsticks, maybe chicken thighs next time, whatever. Get all that together and season it, and then all that's got to be cooked. And we do a lot of that cooking at the church, some of it anyway. And then put it in containers and then take it out to where they're going to feed the kids. Well, you're going to get videotape. I'm going to tell you how much it costs to do that. And then, if we have, let's just say we have $1,000 a month coming in. Do you know how much feeding we can do with that? And that's bare minimum what people make. I've heard on some YouTube videos that people get monetized when they're fully monetized, which could be, 5-6 months from now or maybe less, depending on how everything goes. But yep, I'm going to make sure you know what we're doing, okay? And even if I help somebody little, like I was able to help Rose back on her birthday back in January. I had some extra allowance money on me, and I made it so she had a birthday, okay? She didn't have enough money with having an 8-year-old child and being pregnant with another one. She didn't have money for a nice cake. So I got her a nice cake. I got a little bit of empanada and a little bit of roll. She was able to go home and have a nice little birthday with her daughter, okay? So I can do little things right now, but imagine what I can do when real money's coming in, okay? Because we're using our retirement money to pay off credit cards, and we don't pay right here, but we're paying for food and different things, our ties and everything else here. So all that's going that way. So this channel is going to help a lot of people. And the people in Africa, I promise you that I love Africa, okay? I don't think I have anybody from Africa in here right now. Maybe there is. There could be somebody in the background. We're up to 64 likes. This is blowing away the record by 20. Like and subscribe because we're going to help people. I'm in a little bit of a groove right now. I'm doing great today, except I got a cough. So if you hear me coughing, yeah, my hairstyle, I keep it very low maintenance. I used to have curly, like wavy blonde hair. My eyebrows and everything else grows like mad. But the hair on top of my head is pretty much gone. So I keep everything on the side shaved down, not with a razor, but with trimmers, and get it really short. That way I don't have to just shampoo it a little bit and wash the rest of me, and I don't have to really worry about my hair. It just really works at this age. All my parents and grandparents were bald as far as the men. So it was just going to happen. So I knew I was going to lose my hair by the age of 30. My dad lost most of his hair before he was 20. So I'm glad I got to have it until I was 30 anyway. So that was good. Yes. Thank you, Yummers. That's a new name. I love it. Hey, Ethan. That's great. Yep. Hey, there's people are bald, and people love bald people too. Hi, Tina. It's nice to have you in here. I do believe that maybe, we got a little bit of Africa in here too. We are going to help Africa. It may take 6 months after we get monetized to start helping Africa, but maybe not that long, because I could connect with my church in Springfield, Missouri, and the money would go there within 2 weeks to the Nairobi, Kenya, and places like that. So I can do some of that. The other stuff going to Africa, I'm going to have to make sure that it's legit so that I'm not giving it to people that are not doing any good. We want to, because I can't go to Africa right now. It's probably going to be another year, at least a year and a half before I can come to Africa. So we may save money off to the side and have a separate fund, and then I'll bring the money over there, and then we'll help people. But more than likely, I know it's secure when I take it through the church that I was at Springfield, Missouri. So I can give to that website anytime I want to. And of course, I will take a copy of what we do with that, and you'll know where that money goes, okay? The apostle there will tell me exactly where that money's going so that I can show it to you in the live stream, okay? And so that way you know where the money's going. Yeah, you can come to my house. I will probably be done with the live stream. We got a lot of people in here, so I'm probably going to go another 15, 20 minutes at least. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you, Cody, for helping today. Lotsky. Yeah, I get sidetracked. Today, I'm feeling a little weak today. Yesterday, I was sick too a little bit. And I had one of the best live streams I had yesterday. Now, all of a sudden, the likes are just through the roof. Sometimes you just have to move around different things. I'm not seeing some of the bad comments. I'm trying to go over top of those. We're trying to do positive stuff in here. So if you have a positive question or somebody to pray for, we can do that. I'm going to have to start making a list of people on the prayer because sometimes the last couple live streams I've had 4 or 5 people that want prayer. We tried to do it in the room sometimes, but other times it's hard to do when so many other people are in here. Okay, you can come down now. I am not going to be able to catch you right this minute, but you hang around outside and I'll talk to you soon. Yes, you can get some prayer, Brandon. You tell me what I got to pray for and we'll do that. You've been bullied for 5 now by all boys. I'm a girl. Okay, I got some advice for you. Okay, I've been bullied a lot when I was a kid, and we moved every 5 years, so I could hard time to get friends. No social media back then. Okay, I was a kid in the 60s and 70s. Okay, my advice to you is this. First of all, if you're being bullied a lot, probably the boys are interested in you. That's probably part of it. But another thing is get yourself one friend that's maybe a couple years older than you that's a boy. Not for love or any of that. Find somebody that can be your protector, okay? Find somebody that likes you and will be your protector, and them boys will not be around if he's around to keep you safe, okay? You need to be safe, okay? That's my advice, is that don't worry about the people that are bullying you. Find somebody that's a year or 2 older than you, or somebody that has a little size, that's willing to be a little stern with people, and those bullies will go away because they probably just like you in a weird way. Boys kind of are weird. Puberty does a lot of weird things to boys, okay? But yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, well, Superman and Batman don't like. Yeah, I'll be out there in a little bit. Yeah, and okay, we're going to be praying over your housing. Okay, that's great. And yeah, we'll time people out if they're going to be non-supportive, but otherwise, let them kind of be in here if they come around. Yeah, I've been bullied at school, and some of these people have got real questions because I've had questions in here before, Lotsky. I do have some kids in America, and I have some kids in Philippines that love coming into this because it's positive and it's clean. We keep things clean here as best we can. And I've had to give some advice about bullying. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. He just wanted to ride down here to say hi. And he's the Baron one you see in there. He's Ethan, and he is his brother Kyle. They both use that account. And then I have some other ones in America that sometimes come into my live stream at night. Yeah, it's awesome there. No, it's not a wheelchair behind me. Believe it or not, it's an ironing board that's behind me, and I've got pillows behind me, and I have a Bass Pro hat off to the side that I made sure was out of the camera, so that way it wouldn't be in the camera all the time. I'm not in the United States anymore, so there's no Bass Pros over here. There are people that love to fish here, though, and they do it for a living. So the fishermen are all over the place here. Hi, Stevie from England. Hey, I think you're new. If you're not, but if you are, welcome to the channel. We're doing things positive here. Sometimes I'll pick the phone up. Sometimes I set it against the window. Hi there, Destiny King. Love that name. It's a little long, but I love Destiny King. That is fantastic. Sorry for the cough, but I am a little sick the last 2 days. We're getting better. I got more energy. I live in the Philippines. I used to be in Michigan and Missouri in the United States. I've been to Africa, I've been to the Philippines, and I've been to the Caribbean. Um, and so I lived in America most of my life, and I love Africa and I love Philippines, and we're doing pretty well here. And I try to do good. Okay, I'm not perfect, but you know what? I have a good heart, and there's people here that know it. Because Filipino people, the one good thing about Filipino people, they're open. So if you have something that they want as far as love, caring, any of that, they'll attach. You got to be careful with that because it can get a little go overboard sometimes. But I'd rather it be that way than people hate me. Okay, I don't want people hating me, and some people will. You know, you can't get everybody to love you. I hate to give you the bad news, but if you go your whole life, you're going to have some people that don't like you. There may be somebody that comes into this channel and says, why would you want to help others? Why wouldn't you just keep the money for yourself? Well, that's not the way I'm wired. But guess what? Maybe in the future, they'll end up giving to help others. They can change their mind. So if they come in here and they're not disrespectful, we'll keep them around. And then maybe they'll come around to actually help us in the future, right? But if it gets too disrespectful, my moderators can take care of it. And I'll get some more moderators as we grow. I've already got some, but I'll get more as we need them. And we've had quite a few today where there's some weird comments, but that's fine. It's pretty hard to be a lesbian when I'm a man. I don't know what's about that. We're going to talk about productive stuff in here. If you want to be non-productive, just come and give money later when I'm monetized, okay? Because we're going to be helping others, and I'll take anybody's money that has the money to put things towards helping kids in Philippines, Africa. It might be adults too, because if we help the kids, we're helping some adults, especially if they have a mom or a dad. In Philippines, a lot of times they have at least a mom. So, and they have family around. So we're going to be helping people. And if people are being kind of negative right now, maybe in the future when we monetize, they will be more supportive and they will actually get money from that. And you know what? We cannot be turning down money. That's why there might be ads. I don't know how the ad thing works, but when we get fully monetized, if it's extra money to help the kids and it's not too intrusive into what I'm doing and it doesn't make me change my topic, I would do it if it's ads for something that's productive. I'm not going to do ads for alcohol or cigarettes, but other stuff, yeah, maybe. Because if it gets more money to helping the kids, the more kids we help, the better off this whole situation is going to be. I want this channel to make real money to help and do God's work. And some of it might be people that are not Christians, but yet we're going to be helping a whole bunch of people. So as long as it's something where I know that the money's going where it's supposed to, we're going to be open to a lot of different opportunities. Things are really going to get interesting around here. Yep. Nice to see you, Cody Coconut. I love it. What I used to do for a living is building golf courses, working on golf courses, and I also did some property management stuff, and I also worked for an egg facility. I worked 47 years. I'm retired. Yes, I'm going to be doing, I have answered this before, Tom, and this is a great question. I told everybody that when we get monetized, we're going to start having a fund. And when I go out to do something, we're going to videotape the kids getting fed. We're going to tell you how much it costs for that. And you're going to see it on video on my channel. And you're going to have proof that your money's going to something good, okay? And we're going to try to keep that transparent best we can. And of course, not 100% will go towards that, but easily 50, 60% will. And the other is going to go towards a fund where I can travel to Africa and help people again. I would love to go back to Africa later next year and a half, whatever. We'll just see what the channel does. How is God going to build this? He's already got me doing lives with 71 likes that I've never had before. Our record before was 44. Like and subscribe. I love all you. We've gone almost 2 hours. When we get to 2 hours, we're going to probably stop, only because I'm getting kind of feeling rough with my voice. But we're going to keep going. I'll be on again this evening. But we're going to try to go another 15 minutes. I think I got enough battery to go that far. more. And I love the question, Tom. And yeah, I graduated summer. I thought my son would respect their elders. Yes, people here respect their elders. You get senior discount here. You got kids that will bless you and tell you. And I don't mind being called grandpa. So people that call me grandpa can stay in here. That's fine. I don't get offended by stuff like that. Yes, I'm older. So Pat, thank you for everything. Thank you, Lotsky. We're going to do great things with this channel. I didn't think when I first started building it that it was going to go this quick. I really thought that it was going to be a struggle because I'm not real familiar with doing lives. But I'm getting better at it. Except the pesky cough. That'll be gone the next day or so. And when it is, praise God. Thank you, Jesus. I probably won't be gone tonight unless God touches my body, which is fine. No, I don't play Fortnite. I've heard of it. I'm not really good with games. I used to play PlayStation Tiger Woods way back in the 90s, but I'm not a big video guy. I don't really know much. I've heard of Call of Duty and some of that with some of my friends in the United States that play that. But I'd rather focus on helping other people instead of killing imaginary soldiers and all kinds of stuff. Fortnite is not that. It's something else. But it's just not for me. I'm not really into that. I do have a couple little games on my phone, but I probably don't play those very much. Well, I know about video games. I just ain't any good at playing them. Yes, I do love God. And I'm not perfect, but I love God and I want to help others. So we're going to really try to do that. And you don't have to love God to give to this, okay? I would love you to come to Jesus. But if you're not, and you're just a person that loves helping others, this is going to be a good channel to support because we're not going to judge nobody. If somebody in America or some other country all around the world wants to give, when we're monetized, you can give, okay? And of course, YouTube will take their percentage and all that. That's fine. But guess what? There'll still be plenty of money they're giving to us because I'm going to keep putting videos. I'm going to keep putting shorts and longs every day on my site. We're already we're over like 36,000 views. And that multiplies a lot as I put more and more videos on. And so we're at 36,000 now. In a month from now, we'll be over 100,000 views or more. And then all of a sudden that's going to start adding up and YouTube's going to start taking notice of that. And, so lots of things, there's lots of ways to do it. And, you don't have to know everything about the Bible to give money to help people, okay? And if we keep it transparent enough where the money is going and you see people getting help, then it's going to feel good for you because I'm not going to steal your money, okay? We're going to put a little money aside for me and my wife for travel to help people, but a lot of it, easily 60%, is going to go to help others. May even be, as the channel gets bigger and bigger, it might even be 70 or 75%. Just depends how big the channel gets, okay? First thing is building it. We're not to 500 subs yet. We're not to 1,000 subs, but we're working our way. Like and subscribe. We're up to 73 likes. Fantastic. 11 people checking it out right now. We're a channel for good. We try to pray for people. Sometimes we'll have a little Bible thing. We're also in here to talk topics in the comments. I try to catch your comments. If I don't, all the new people in, hi Penny, nice to see you. Sophia, yep. That's fine. I'm sorry that your grandpa died. No way. I'm glad he had a good heart. And at least he had that in him. One of my grandpas was not really that way. The other one was. I was blessed to have one that was really good that way. Yeah, I'm doing good. A little bit on the sick side, so my face is a little off today. It looks kind of the same, but I'm fighting a little bit of a cold. It came on Saturday, developed a little bit on Sunday. Monday I did 2 lives, and I'm going to do 2 today. I did 1 this afternoon, and I'm going to charge my phone a little bit. And then something after dinner I will do. We'll see how that one flows. Sometimes in the evening it's a little different, but we're going to be doing positive stuff. We'll talk about whatever people want to talk about. We've had a little section today where we talked about alcoholism. Then we had a section where we prayed for somebody. And then we've had some other stuff where we've talked about doing cookies for Africa. And we've talked about different things that we're going to do with this channel in the future. Why not talk about the future? People say, well, why are you talking about something that hasn't happened yet? Because God is in this thing. It's growing like mad. I just started in January, and this channel's taking off. I guess, from what I'm hearing from comments over on my YouTube studio, because I can see my comments more clearly there, that people say there ain't that many positive channels out there. There must be some, but there isn't too many that want to really go help others with the money. And we're going to do that. And we'll be able to prove it in the future. Yeah, I don't know much about video games. Yes, David Trader. Yes, we'll try to be able to help people. Hi, Renee. It's nice to see you in here. Yeah, I do stories sometimes. I do stories about Africa. I'll try to do some of those tonight. I could do a short story about Africa right now if you want. I can do one about Philippines too, but I've only been here 6 months, so the stories in Philippines are limited compared to the stories I have in America and Africa. Yeah, Anthony. A little story in Africa, and it's kind of a funny one. I think I told it before, but you probably weren't in here, so we'll keep this one short. We were in Kenya. We were about 2 or 3 days in, and we had to fly to Malawi the next day. And we were really scared because Malawi is a very unstable country, especially back in 2019. And so we were kind of worried about our safety, kind of worried about we were probably flying to the wrong airport. We come to find out there was 2 airports and we were going to the wrong one. So we had to drive all the way across the country that next day to get there to where. Okay, we're good. We've had just a little interrupt in the Wi-Fi there. And so they decide we're going to have some African coffee and dessert after dinner. And I didn't know much about African coffee. We'd only been there a couple days, and it was my first time to Africa. Well, evidently this coffee was pretty strong. It didn't taste strong when I was doing it because they had some cream in it, but it was strong, I guess, because between the dessert and that, I was up all night long. We didn't get any sleep. Me and Joseph, that were sharing the hotel room, talked all night long. And maybe because we were worried about going to Malawi. And so the next day we're tired as all get out because we've gotten no sleep. And then all of a sudden we fly a 2-hour flight over to Malawi, and then we land, and then all of a sudden we find out we got to ride in the van filled with suitcases and sit on top of them and go all the way across the country. So we laughed the whole time about that because I never knew African coffee was that strong. It just absolutely made my body not go to sleep. Thank you so much, Kabata. And oh my gosh, Zeus, the Greek god. What a name. Oh, if you're going to go with mythology, why not Zeus? Pick the best, right? Just fantastic. Lot. Nice to see you popping in and out. It's always a blessing. I appreciate you so much. These kind of people that come in and they take time out of their day, they're doing their own live streams. They're trying to build their own channels, and they're helping me with mine. I appreciate that. I'm thankful for that. And I will try to help them with some of their things that they want to get done too. If it's helping others, then we can maybe hook up. So if that's something, we'll see what happens with that in the future here. You're Greek. I love it. Greece is on my list. I definitely want to come to Greece. I've never been there. Greece and Italy are the 2 that are on my list for Europe. If you know another Europe country, maybe Germany for the food, but for the most part, I don't know much about the other European nations. I've been at the airport in Switzerland, so yeah, I'm almost done, okay? And then but I'm kind of sick, so I can't really come outside until tomorrow. I have 76 likes right now, a new record. So we're doing good. So thank you guys. You guys ride around. I'm still recovering from a sickness, so I probably won't come outside much. But I may come out on the porch for a minute or 2. But I'm going to finish this live in about 10 minutes. Okay, I just have to talk to the kids for a minute. A couple of those kids, one of them was on here earlier. The Baron Ortega you see is either his brother Kyle or Ethan. And Ethan's 8, and I think Kyle's like 11. So they come on here once in a while. We're up to 78. Hey, Dexter, nice to see you. Stacy, DP, by the way, if I missed you in the chat, don't get mad. We're going to be here to helping others. We're building the channel, and if you have a problem with not seeing me, put a comment on one of my videos. I got 160 videos. The YouTube studio will tell me, show the comment to me, and I'll get back with you. And just like and subscribe, connect to us, and we're going to help people. And we're trying to get monetized. That's going to take a while, but God's accelerating everything because we got 78 likes in here. And I've only done a 2-hour live once, and that one only had like 30 likes. So our record was 44. We've blown that completely out of the water. The last 3 days, our like records have been smashed every single time. So people are liking this. Even some of the negative people must be liking it because they're coming in and then they start putting positive comments. So that's good. Or they just get kicked out. Yes. And it's nice to see you guys in here. Zeus, connect with me. We're going to be helping people. Who knows? Our channel might get so big that we're helping people in Europe even. So, stay into it. It's something that you can kind of look into. Because there's certain parts of Europe that could use a lot of help too. All right. I'll get rid of that so I can talk a little bit more, and then we're going to have to get moving. But don't worry, I'm going to do an evening one. And, yep, we're getting better every day. That's whatever. I'm building things so we can help others. And I'm not going to take 14 years to monetize, okay? So I'm not going to be dead before, unless something happens where God has me gone before the end of the year or something, that'd be different. But yeah, we're gonna get this going, and we're growing. And I love everybody in here. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. It's just amazing. You're welcome. Hey Lily, that's awesome. Hi Kayshawn. And Shamrock, you know who Shamrock is, Pat, don't you? He's from the UK. But he's not in here right now, I don't think. He was earlier. Right now it's early morning there. It's probably, I don't know, it might be 7 o'clock in the morning. But it's getting kind of early. He's 8 hours behind us. So, but yeah, and Shamrock's a friend. So if somebody else with a Shamrock name comes in, I'll double check into it, and it's probably not him. It's probably some other Shamrock, just maybe with a number after it or something. But yeah, welcome to everybody in here. Like and subscribe. We're going to do positive things here. I'm in Philippines right now. And yes, there's a pic behind me on the wall. That was put way on the wall. My wife got that from Saudi Arabia way before she met me, and had that brought over to the house, and it's something that's on the wall. And yeah, so it's really good. That's cool. I like to use this spare bedroom because if I go outside, I get really sweaty. And I've been sick, so I really need to have that fan blowing on me because I've not been 100% healthy right now. I just got a cold. I don't have the flu. I've been able to eat food and everything else. I just got to get rid of this cough. So once the cough is gone, we'll be back at it. We've got plenty of vitamins I take every day anyway. I've been here 6 months, and this is the first time I got sick. So, I just went out during that storm last week and got me a little bit sick. Yeah, I'm from originally from Michigan, USA. I've been to Africa, I've been to Philippines, and we're retired in the Philippines full time. And I've gotten used to doing, yes, the typhoon came right through here. We had some flooding. I got one video on my channel that's in the shorts that shows how much water was coming into the back of our house. But it didn't get to the front part of the house, so that was good. But it was flooding pretty bad on Friday. I think that was Friday morning, and we were having quite a bit of flooding. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Everything helps. Yeah, this 79 likes is 35 more than the record. We just have blown it completely out of the water. For some reason, afternoon lives, I get people from so many countries. Evening lives, I get some, but it seems like the likes are just through the roof on today. And my battery's getting low, but I'm going to keep going until the battery runs out. Maybe we'll see. I'm here because I'm retired with my wife here. She has family here. Plus, it's cheaper to live here. Yep. And hi there, Precious. Nice to see you in here again. I call her Precious. She likes to be called JD. I call her Precious. Pat, Renee. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm out in the province here. We're not that far from Milligan City, though. And so we really can get to the malls and different things. Milligan City got hit really hard. We got hit pretty hard here. The ocean is full of debris right now. It's full of trash. It's full of coconut husks that come up out of the mountains. Some trash that comes up out of the mountains. So right now the ocean off in the distance looks fantastic. But right by the shoreline, it's kind of trashy here because of the surge. They'll get it cleaned up, but it's the Philippines, not America. It's going to take some time. You got to remember that Philippines is a developing nation, and they don't have all the infrastructure that America has. The roads are different. They still have decent roads here, but they're islands here. Some of them are big islands, but still, this is island country here. So it's not going to have the big interstates like America has. And so there's a lot of weird driving here, a lot of weird stuff. You got to adapt to it. That's all. I don't know what Everton's the best. See you the next slide, Pat. I'm leaving in a few minutes myself. Thank you for all your help. Lotsky, love it. Renee, yes, Philippines is beautiful overall. The people here are amazing. I'm over 2 hours already. We got 5 people in here, so I hate to leave yet. So I'm going to have another Africa story here for a minute. But we're going to have to leave pretty soon. We're at 81 likes. I'm thankful that you guys put up with my coughing. It's not been as bad as I thought it would be. I'm doing okay. Yes, you're back. That's good, Cody. Glad you're able to come back. And, everything's going pretty good here. We're building the channel, and I'm checking into different things, and people are telling me about different opportunities to help others. So we're going to look into those. I know one for sure that we're going to do. I have other ones I got to check into, and we will start talking about those when I have more cement information about what they're about. I also have a way of sending money to Africa already. So that's fine, Cody. You do what you want. I can show you around. I'll do a video of the neighborhood. I've got a few shorts on my channel that already show the neighborhood, but I can do another one that's better. Maybe showing the houses and showing up above the roof lines on some of the trees, and go over the neighborhood a little bit and do some video. I could probably do that tomorrow morning. I cannot take the live very far from the house because I'm on an American plan, so I can talk to my dad and my sister and friends in America. So I have to stay close to where the Wi-Fi is. So I can only go down the road a little ways or come outside the house a little ways before I lose my Wi-Fi and no live. So we cannot do a live like over by the 7-Eleven or all the restaurants. Plus, some people don't want to be filmed. And if you got a live going on and it's not pointed at me and you're putting a lot of people in the lives, they can get kind of crazy. I'm not gay. And if you don't like the content, you're welcome to leave. But if you want to come back when we're monetized and give money to help others, praise God. You can give money anytime you want. That'd be fine. You can, those kind of people, you can just take them out of the room. You're not going to get people like that to be productive. If they don't want to be productive, that's fine. But you know what? You're not going to make a difference in anybody's life. That's for sure. Because when you're like that, you're not going to make a difference. You want to make a difference in people's lives, you've got to have a good attitude instead of being an idiot, okay? Idiots just really don't ever seem to be able to move forward, do they? When you are a victim, when you play a victim, you're never going to move forward. I'll give you this right now. I used to do it when I was young. And it's like, why do I have to have this? Why can't I be more outgoing? Why can't? And then God said, well, why don't you start changing? I never said you could stay the same your whole life. Are you going to change or are you going to be stubborn and just stay the way you are? So I had to start changing. It took a while, but I went from being shy to being outgoing and being able to help people. And even if it's not a lot right now, in the future, it's going to be a lot. God's got big plans for this channel, and we're going to make sure that we get them done. I'm not a little boy, so you don't have to worry about that. I say, with me, the regret is being so shy. I could have definitely had more friends and had more people in my life. I had good family, but I was really kind of lacking on the other. Yeah, so it's fine. And so it's fine. But otherwise, we're going good. And why don't you guys ride up and down the street or something? Because they're starting getting all kinds of weird looking at you. I don't know what that guy's doing. But ride up and down the street or something. Do something for a while. There's going to be people that just cannot. There's just going to be people that just do stuff. Okay, we're going to do things for positive people, positive things, and we're up to 83 likes. It's double our record, so it's fine. And we're going to just go and do our thing, and we're doing that, so we're fine. Hello, I'm just doing a live in here. I'm not doing anything with the kids. Yeah, it just got somebody that's being nosy. I don't know what it's all about. So everything's going good, and life is good. I love all of you, and thank you for supporting the channel. And it's all good. Things are good here, and life is good. So we're going to keep on moving forward. And, you're going to have some of the AI stuff and all that stuff. And then, we're just getting some weird comments. So I think I'm going to call the thing off. It's been over 2 hours. I thank you for all the likes and subscribes. And I'm going to get a little bit of rest a little bit. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. I will be coming back on this evening, I'm sure. I got a wife and everything else. They don't care. They're going to say what they want. I've been called a lesbian. I don't even know how you be a lesbian when you're a guy. But there's just going to be trolls. That's just part of it. The more popular you get, the more trolls that come in. That's just the way it is. If they give money in the future, I'll take their money. Don't worry. I'll take the money from the trolls anytime. And I don't like anything about the Communist Party. So if you're not going to be respectful, just go on your way somewhere else. And I've done over 2 hours. I love everybody. Like and subscribe. We'll get into some of the comments that you've left later on. And I love all you. Welcome to the people that are just coming in. We've got S4. My hairline's been finished for a long time. Thank you, Cody. Hello. And I'm going to get going. I'm going to call this live a wrap. And so that way I can have some time to relax this afternoon. And we'll talk to you real soon. And I love you all. And we'll talk soon.